Ladies and gentlemen, I am pissed. I am pissed. So check this out. Somebody sent me a clip of the LL Cool J and Eminem song, right? They said, yo, this is what I woke up to this morning here. And I said, nigga, what? So I jumped on it early. In the middle of the reaction, the page that has the song in there, YouTube blocked it in the middle of me reacting to it. So, and I was like, I was literally like, it's like a 4-minute song. I literally had like a minute left. And they cut it right at a minute. And I'm just like, so I have the recording. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to post it because if they're taking it down, they're gonna block my shit and most likely get a strike on my page. And I'm not trying to do that. So I'm gonna put it in the vote. And soon I'm gonna be putting all videos like that, and I'm gonna start releasing it on my Patreon. I am pissed. I am absolutely highly upset. Oh my God. So I am opening up the Patreon, and I know there's like different deals and everything. I'm just gonna try to make it as simple as possible for everybody. It's gonna be one fee for all access. You're gonna get behind the scenes shit. I'm gonna use my page, my Patreon for all behind the scenes everything. Vibe Talk, I'm still gonna keep it on the page. I'm still gonna keep it on YouTube. But on the Patreon, it's gonna be everything behind the scenes, everything, you know, when we go out on trips to the family trips and stuff like that. I'm gonna put all that stuff into the Patreon. That's for the real Vibe Gang members that want to know the life of Ray and what we do outside of this. I'm using the Patreon for my own personal behind the scenes life. So if you're messing with it, if you are a true Vibe Gang, the fee's gonna be $25 a month. And it's all access to everything, anything Vibe Reactions. We'll even go and put, when I'm trying to design my my shirts and stuff like that, where do I go, how do I do it, and show you the process of all of that stuff. You know, videos of me driving to pick up the packages for the unboxing and doing all that. So there's going to be a full access to my whole entire life. Family vacations and everything is going to be in there as well. So I'm going to be releasing it soon. I'm just trying to get my schedule down packed. I'm giving it about a week. To give it a full week of me doing it full time so I can figure out what time I could use to actually upload videos on the Patreon and stuff like that. And then once I got the timing, then I'll let you know I'll be posting this many a day, yada, 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 and all that in a bag of potato chips. I'm trying to make that a little community of just the true Vibe Gang members, and for us to have like private time away from YouTube and away from all the comments from other people and everything. This is just for the real ones, man. So that's what I decided I wanted to do with the Patreon. But let me get the timing down right, and then I'll let you guys know exactly when is it that I'm going to be releasing it and doing all that in a bag of chips. We good? So I'm going to keep that one in the vote, but the song was amazing. It was crazy. If you haven't heard it, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but that shit was bananas. Oh my God. Like, I'm going to listen to my reaction because they took it all down from YouTube. I've checked, in the middle of my video recording, I checked to see if there was any ones that were actually still open that I could play. And none of them. They started taking them down one by one by one. And I'm just like, you bitches. Fuck. It was... I got you. It was crazy. It was fucking nuts. Federico cut the beat. But that's what that really irritated the shit out of me. But it is what it is. I don't know if they worked out a deal like Eminem and L Cool J for Eminem to put it on his new album that's coming up. So I don't know if that's why they took it down as quick as what they took it down. Because literally when I looked at the video, it said 8 hours. It was 8 hours ago they posted that video. So this was recent. So I don't know if they took it out that quick because it was part of the Eminem album that's coming out, and somehow, some way it got leaked. But if it's on Eminem's album, the song is called Murdergram. So look on the track list of Eminem's new album when it comes out. If you see Murdergram, that's the song that I'm talking about. And we're gonna do a real reaction. I'm gonna listen to it one more time because from the reaction that I have, so I have to go through my whole entire reaction of me talking and shit. I'm gonna fast forward that motherfucker 3 times. But I'm gonna if it's on that album, I'm gonna react to it again. I want to listen to it one more time, and then after that, I'm not gonna listen to it again. And I'm gonna wait to see if the album has it. If the album has it, oh, it's a wrap. You guys are gonna fucking love it. That's a fact. And if I would have just done it an hour earlier, I would have done the whole reaction, but I probably would have been blocked. So it's a shitty situation. Eminem, Stay Wide Awake from the Relapse album. This one song right here is what I think lyrically one of Eminem's greatest songs lyrically. The words, the whole storyline behind it is fucking nuts, but it's just his ability. He's using accents like a motherfucker, but just listen to it. You'll see. You'll see. If you haven't listened to it yet, you're going to be very, very pleased aesthetically. Facts. Eminem, Stay Wide Awake. It is on you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Follow me, follow me. Come with me to the dark side of the force. No man would boldly go to this place. The devil only knows of this world. So dark and oh so cold. It's oh so cold. Oh so cold. Oh. Soon as my flow starts, I compose art like the ghost of Mozart. Even though they all say that they're real, I know that most aren't. Boy, you think you're clever, don't you? Girl, you think you're so smart. Come with me to another side in a world so cold and so dark.
He's giving you a sneak peek about how the world in his head is living. Now, mind you, once again, this is Eminem learning how to get back to the writing process and the way he was rapping and finding himself again. So what he's saying is fucking nuts, but the way he's saying it to me is just, so smart.
Think you're so smart. Come with me to another side in a world so cold and so dark.
A world so cold, a world we're on. Only some will go, but none return. When will they learn? Where do they go? God only knows. Stay wide.
3544. I think I smell the scent of a placenta. I enter Central Park, it's dark, it's winter in December. I see my target, put my car in park and approach a tender. Young girl by the name of Brenda, and I pretend to befriend her.
You see just the way that he's just putting that shit together right there? That's what I'm telling you. He's talking about kidnapping a girl, yes. He said he smelt placenta, my nigga. Yes, it's crazy, I know. But it's just the way he is putting it together. It's just crazy to me. It's nuts. Like I tell you, Eminem plays around with these words like a kitten with a ball of yarn. That's how he's playing with this shit. He will use an accent just to say a word a certain way to make it rhyme. He'll go to that. He did this whole album. That's what he did. But it's just the way that his syllabic acrobatics and His wordplay is crazy on this shit.
I enter Central Park, it's dark, it's winter in December. I see my target, put my car in park and approach a tender. Young girl by the name of Brenda and I
see that? I approach a tender girl, young girl. Like it's like you're supposed to be approach a tender young girl, but approach a tender young girl just to make that shit. It's just crazy.
I see my target, put my car in park and approach a tender. Young girl by the name of Brenda and I pretend to befriend her. Sit down beside her like a spider. Hi there girl, you might have heard of me before. See her, you're the kind of
like the spider, like that nursery rhyme. The spider, the Charlotte's Web. Talk to me nice, nigga.
Down beside her like a spider. Hi there girl, you might have heard of me before. See her, you're the kind of girl that I'd assaulting, raping, figure why not try to make your pussy wider. Fuck you with an umbrella then open it up but the shit's inside ya. I'm the kind of
he will never be able to get away with that shit like now. No, he will not. And this was Relapse, so I mean, it was a long time ago. Like, it was a long fucking time ago. This is what, 2000... When the fuck did he drop Relapse, man? 14? I don't know what fucking year he dropped Relapse. All I know is this nigga's nuts. Oh my God, bro. It's just that type of stuff right here that I will put this on the list of the song that I don't like to listen to a lot, but I like to listen to it just because the way he's using his rhyme schemes and lyrically what he's doing with the words, it's crazy. But the shit that he's saying, I'm like, oh fucking Christ, bro! Like, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. But it's crazy the shit that he says. Like, it's a weird type of fucking song. I don't know where to put it on my list of anything, but shut up.
Heard of me before, see her, you're the kind of girl that I'd assaulting, raping, figure why not try to make your pussy wider. Fuck you with an umbrella then open it up but the shit's inside ya. I'm the kind of guy that's mild but I might flip and get a little bit wilder. Impregnate a lesbian, yeah, now let's see her have triplets and milder. Disintegrate them babies as soon as they're out her with formaldehyde. Hide in cyanide, girl, you can try and hide, you can try to scream louder. No need for no gunpowder, that only...
Look at just the way he said, oh my God. Lyrically, dude, he's killing this fucking thing right now. But nigga, you gonna impregnate a lesbian girl? Give her triplets? Give her triplets and I'll disintegrate them babies. It's just the way he's flowing through this is nuts, bro.
Hide in cyanide, girl, you can try and hide, you can try to scream louder. No need for no gunpowder, that only takes all the fun outer. Murdering, I'd rather go bin and now you see just how the fuck I do just what I do when I cut right through your scalp. Shit, wait a minute, I mean stall, my knife seems dull, pull another one out. Soon as my flow starts, I compose art like the ghost of Mozart. Even though they all say
that alone, soon as the flow starts, I compose art like the ghost of Mozart. It's fire. You know who Mozart is? You're not cultured. That's the fuck your problem is. Mozart is amazing. I compose art like the ghost of Mozart. That's crazy.
If they're real, I know that most aren't. Boy, you think you're clever, don't you? Girl, you think you're so smart. Come with me to another side in a world so cold and so dark.
A world so cold, a world we're on. At least some will go, but none return. When will they learn? Where do they go? God only knows. Stay wide awake.
So dark and so cold, my friends don't know this other side of me. There's a monster inside of me, it's quite ugly and it frightens me. But they can't see what I can see, there's a vacancy in my tummy. It's making me play hide and seek like Jason, I'm so hungry. She's naked, see no privacy, but I can see she wants me. So patient, see I try to be, but why does she taunt me? Pulls the drapes and she goes right to sleep, and I creep right through the front seat. So blatantly, but silently, cause I know that she sound sleep. Who's waking me so violently, and why's he on top of me? He's raping me, she tries to scream, somebody please get him off me. He's taping me, he's biting me, he's laughing like it's funny. She's scraping me, she's biting me, she's scratching like some dumb freak. Escaping me, no.
He's just explained to you a kidnapping. The serial killer mentality right after right after his him being getting sober. And if you ever done drugs before and you get clean, there's a moment of between the last time you did drugs and being completely sober without taking anything to actually survive a full day. There's a moment in that section right there that your brain starts to adjust and it starts thinking violently and negatively and everything. So there's a split moment that what you're hearing right now in this whole entire album is Eminem being in that moment of, I don't want to call it psychopathic tendencies or not psychopathic thoughts. That's more of, you get into these serial killer movies and these shows and the shit on YouTube and all that, and that's all you're filling your head with and everything. Because at that moment, that's what your brain is feeling. That's what your brain is wants to do the research on. So I think this was Eminem was in that moment when he was writing for Relapse, not when he released it. When he was writing for Relapse, people get that mistaken when people talk about when a rapper writes something, they think they wrote it and put it out the same day. No, they probably wrote that shit a month ago, recorded it and everything, and just dropped it that day. There's not a lot of rappers that do that like an album. They don't do that shit all in one day and drop that shit the same day. The moment that they write something and the moment that they drop it could be years apart. This is how Eminem was feeling the moment that he was writing this shit. So I could understand what mindset he was in when he was writing for it. You understand? So that's why it came out the way it came out, because that's all that was in his mind. That was what he was in. That's what he was focused more on. He was like, oh, I could use this implement it in my music and see what I could do with it. And then that's where you get Relapse, which I still think is Eminem's most trashiest album, but it's a good album at the same time. It's like there's a lot of skips in this song for me, in this album for me, but lyrically you can see the growth still on the way he was writing his shit. I'll listen to it differently. I don't know. I don't get into all the rest of that shit you guys get into. Facts!
It's funny, she's scraping me, she's fighting me, she's scratching like some dumb freak. Escaping me, no dice to see, I might just be Ted Bundy or Satan G, what a sight to see, I'm dancing in my red panties. I'm crazy, but it's alright with me, man, life can be so empty. Stay away from me, cause I'm dancing to quite a different drum beat. Soon as my flow starts, I compose art like the ghost of Mozart. Even though they all say that they're real, I know that most aren't. Boy, you think you're clever, don't you? Girl, you think you're so smart. Come with me to another side in a world so cold and so dark.
A world so cold, a world we're on. At least some will go, but none return. When will they learn? Where do they go? God only knows. Stay wide.
But I tried to stay wide awake, or you might end up found dead by the lake. Soon as you lay me down to sleep, it's your soul I'ma try to take. Pray for light today, right away. Why do they try to fight today? I must make them pay twice as much. Might as well put the knife away. Now I use power tools. How about now? Are you in the shower? Scour you for 6 hours to outage your power outlets. How did you figure out I was down in your basement? Now you must have just heard the sound of my stomach growling from down there.
How did you find me in the basement? You must have heard my stomach growling from down there. That is just he's giving you the mind of a serial killer, of a psychopath. He's giving you how they think, how these people minds is talking, like when he was talking about the relationship. That, oh, you're teasing me when I'm peeping through your window and you put in the blinds and you're teasing me and you're doing this, because in their minds they're in a relationship with these women. Stalkers in their mind are, she knows who I am and we have a connection, and that's what they think. They have a whole relationship without the other person knowing who the fuck they are. But the way he explains it and put it together into a rhyme, it is GOAT status shit. The way he's doing it, the shit he's saying, bro. This album should have been like a movie soundtrack for like a serial killer documentary. Because he did a lot. He watched a lot of YouTube when he was getting sober. Oh, he was probably addicted to watching YouTube. Cause there's so much serial killer documentary, and it's just interesting wondering how a person could do this to another person. It's just getting into it. Like, I don't watch it to support the serial killer. I watch it mainly to support like the cops, the people, the like criminal mind type cops in real life, the BSU, all those people that do those type of crimes, that solve those type of crimes. They get into these people's heads just to see if they could stop another person from doing it, to study how people like this think. It's interesting to know that, and it shows you a lot about people around you. Not to saying that they're serial killers, but more of a, you're more of a aware of noticing certain things about certain people, because it makes sense when you listen to all these psychologists talking on these documentaries, and all these people that have degrees that study this shit, and know how that mind thinks, and then you start implementing that around with yourself, and you start implementing that and putting it against everybody else that you know, and then you try to feel like, yo, you know what, this person did light a fire the other day for no reason. Ain't no barbecue happening right now. And we had a cat in this neighborhood. This nigga moved in, that cat disappeared. Like, what's going on in that house? But it's a fact. So that's why it's interesting to me. But there's other people that find it interesting for the wrong fucking reasons. There people who fucking rooting for the serial killers. Like, nigga, you know this is a documentary. You know what that means? That means the nigga got caught. Like, so, well, I don't know what I don't know how people find it that fascinating, but it is fascinating. A lot of people. So he thought in that moment, hey, this is what's popping. Let's put it out there. I'm fucking with it. Everybody else fucking with it. So let's write about it. And then he puts the album out there. It doesn't do very well. Gets bad backlash. I listened to the whole thing 15, 16 times. The whole album back to back. It's too many skips for me. And that's why I wouldn't put it in my top 5 in the album list of Eminem's. I wouldn't even put it in the top 5. Probably not. Nowhere close. Just cause it's just cringy. There's a lot of cringy ass fucking bars and shit that he does, and schemes and shit like that. It's crazy.
Your basement now, you must have just heard the sound of my stomach growling from down there. Prowler, there's no one fouler. Bound you, that's how they found you. Face down in the tub, I drown you with pals of downers around you. Such nostalgia and power.
Dog, you hear that shit, bro? How can you not say this nigga's not the GOAT, bro? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, he uses a lyrical assassination to these words, bro. Golly.
Your face down in the tub, I drown you with pals of downers around you. Such nostalgia and power.
He set up the murder scene like you committed suicide. That's crazy.
Face down in the tub, I drown you with pals of downers around you.
I face down in the tub, I drown you with 1,000 downers around you. So when they see the scene, they're like, oh, it was suicide. Give her the pills, she drowned when she was in the shower. She took all the pills in the shower, she drowned. That's what happened. Closed case. Let's go get some donuts. Nah, nigga. We staged this shit, bro. I don't know why I said weed for. I just don't care why we said weed. I'm so fucking dumb, son. Woo! Woo! But it's a fact. This dude lyrically is fucking amazing. Stop playing with him. Stop!
Yeah, must have just heard the sound of my stomach growling from down there. Prowler, there's no one fouler. Bound you, that's how they found you. Face down in the tub, I drown you with pals of down.
Power, there's no one fouler. Bound you, the tub, they found you. That it's just it's just crazy. Face down in the tub, they drown. I drown you with power downers around you. Everything that he's saying right now wants me to go smack the shit out of a squirrel's face. Slap the buck tooth off that nigga's mouth. Fuck squirrels. I said it. They pooping in the pool, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give you that message. They are pooping in the pool. You know how I know they pooping in the pool? Because I woke up this morning and I went to the yard and I went to go grab something from the yard. And when I look up, there was a fucking squirrel on my pool. And there was something coming out his tail and it went through it. And then he jumped off. They pooping on my pool, people. So I went to Walmart and I got me a BB gun. I wish a nigga would again. I'm gonna make sure you know not to poop in my pool again. I don't put a small air tank on it. It's a little bullshit BB gun. Paca is one of those. Doesn't hurt. I promise you it doesn't. I'm gonna make it hurt. That nigga better shit in my pool one more time. So I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, man. Fucking squirrel. My wife is somebody. We have rodents. Yeah, the rodent is from the trees. He's a tree rodent. I call that nigga Hector. Hector the squirrel. That's what I call that nigga. Me and him have a relationship for a year now. Fucking Hector.
There's no one fouler. Bound you, that's how they found you. Face down in the tub, I drown you with pals of downers around you. Such nostalgia and power, such prowess. Look how you cower. Jump out on you now like I was a Jawa from fucking Star Wars. Jabba the Hutt, bitty baba, Betty Baba. It's time to die. Or to not even bother to scream, it don't even matter. Amazing when grazing skin with these razor blades he waves at ya. Not ya.
Amazing when grazing skin with these razor blades he waves at ya. It's just all the syllabic acrobatics that he's doing here is nuts. He's syllable fucking the whole track, and I don't appreciate it from time to time. You should imagine if people would replace all those words with rainbows and suns and kisses. Oh my God! But it's a whole serial killer scheme. And at the time, I ain't gonna lie to you. At the time, I was into that whole serial killer thing too. Like I was watching that shit, and I was still on the fucking drug. And I was watching the serial killer. I was like really into it. And then he drops the album, and I was like, oh, it's magic. You know. But then I realized from the album, like, oh, this nigga's nuts. And then I kind of put the album down when I heard it the first time. I was like, I can't listen to this shit at night when I'm sleeping, nigga. Like, it's not gonna work. I can't listen to this when I'm fucking like she's gonna question my intentions when she's hearing this shit. I can't do nothing with this, bro. What are you doing? And then I listened to it again, and then I was just like, oh, well, it's a lot of good songs in here, but ain't a full album to me. Not a full Eminem album, at least.
Jabba the Hutt, bitty baba, Betty Baba, it's time to die. Or to not even bother to scream, it don't even matter. Amazing when grazing skin with these razor blades he waves at ya. Not your everyday Damien, bathe me in holy water. Nothing like sun or sand, so please understand there's no gun in hand. Where's the thrill in the hunt? There's no fun in that. Here I come with acts, fun to act like lumberjack when I'm hacking them up with that. What was that? Dial 911, someone's coming in from the back. Soon as my flow starts, I compose art like the ghost of Mozart. Even though they all say that they're real, I know that most aren't. Boy, you think you're clever, don't you? Girl, you think you're so smart. Come with me to another side in a world so cold and so dark.
A world so cold, a world we're on. At least some will go, but none return. When will they learn? Where do they go? God only knows. Stay wide awake, stay wide awake.
like the beat that was made for this, it does match the whole vibe of the song. Like it's as a project is good, but the words, my nigga, like he's nuts. Like if he plays this shit now, he's over. That's it. They're gonna get him the fuck out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I love you guys. I'm gonna have a lot more coming, and I have a special video coming. There's a little bit on the more non-music side of things. I love you guys. I'll be back in a minute. I hope you guys enjoy the next one. Peace. Relax. That's fire.